Hi guys, so I'm back live on YouTube. I wasn't sure if I was going to do another live video, but I figured why not? Because I'm here in the basement anyways, and I'm not doing that much. And today is the last day for you to get the Amazing Selling Machine course. It's actually the last 6 hours. So the course is going to expire soon. And my bonuses are going to be gone as well. So I want to talk about Amazon, of course. I want to share with you the products that I've created. And I'm actually going to just go live on Instagram as well. So give me a sec here. Oh, actually, I've got to go off airplane mode for that. Okay, hi Instagram. So I was just telling YouTube over here that I'm going live again one more time this week. Very unusual for me, but I thought why not? So ASM's closing the next 6 hours. So this is the last chance to get the course and all my bonuses as well. So I just wanted to kind of answer questions if anyone does have questions. And also I wanted to share a few of my products and show you guys kind of like actually show you how I've done things. And one thing I was just thinking about like 10 minutes ago was somebody, so the other day I was on Instagram and I found this really beautiful swimwear line, like really, really beautiful. And I was obsessed. I spent like 30 minutes browsing, trying to decide on what bikinis I wanted to buy because I thought, wow, it's so amazing. And so I go to the website, I put them in my shopping cart and I'm so excited to check out. And all of a sudden, for some reason, I decided, let me go and read the reviews on this brand. And so I go on Google and then I read the reviews about the brand and there's so many negative reviews, really, really bad, saying that this is a scam. They just take your money. You don't even receive anything. They don't even ship the bikinis to you. And I thought, wow, that is crazy because I was just about to spend like $300 on bikinis and they wouldn't even have shipped the products to me based on all of these reviews. And the reviews are accurate and they're up to date. And I thought that is crazy that there's companies out there like this where they have a very legitimate website where it looks amazing, it looks reputable, they've got models on there and everything, yet they're just scamming people. They're just taking people's money, not shipping them products. And then it occurred to me that that's probably what a lot of people think about my business. You know, a lot of people who are buying products online, maybe they're looking at waist trainers and they're thinking, is this real? Is this legitimate? Am I going to actually get the waist trainer? And so sometimes what happens is people will order from me, but sometimes we have issues with the website where they don't get confirmation email or they don't get tracking. And so then they don't get a response from customer service within 24 hours. Sometimes it takes 48 hours and they feel like, oh gosh, I've just been scammed. So then they send an email with like capital letters, you guys, I'm going to report you to the BBC, the Better Business Bureau and all this stuff. And then I was like, now I understand why they're freaking out so much. I understand where they're coming from because they think it's all fake. Because sometimes you don't know with the internet, like there's just a lot of bad people out there. So, you know, that experience gave me a better understanding of now putting myself in the customer's position, which was really, really beneficial for me. And same thing with this Amazon business. You know, I also realized that probably a lot of people who watch my videos and my streams think that, you know, it's all fake or, you know, I don't know what, but maybe, you know, a lot of people that might be going through their minds. So I thought, okay, that's good to do a live stream then, because sometimes what happens is, you know, there's these companies out there, but you don't actually see who the owners are. They're not transparent at all. And, you know, a live stream, you guys know who I am. You know my full name. Like if I did anything to scam you, you'd be able to come after me pretty easily. And with this swimwear company, you couldn't find out who the owner was. You know, they didn't have any information about the owner. They didn't have a picture. They didn't have a name. You didn't know where they were based. So it was very easy for them to get away with this type of business. So yeah, I mean, this Amazon business, that's the thing. We never want to be in the business of scamming people. We never want to be in the business of having poor quality products or just making people feel like they made a bad purchase. And yeah, interesting. So I wanted to share with you a little bit, just a few products that I have created, just to give you guys a better idea that this is real. This actually is something that people do for their living. It's not just something that people do on the side. A lot of people, this is what they do full time. And it's pretty cool because, yeah, it is the internet lifestyle. It is the laptop lifestyle. And it's pretty freaking awesome. So I do hope it for everyone. And then if you guys do have questions, you can feel free to ask me them on YouTube is the best place because this one's a little bit far for me, but I'll try and get to the Instagram as well. So first, I want to show you this product. If you guys have been on my channel before, you know what my products are, but if you haven't, then this is my first product. So this is called the Cognac Sponge. I'm going to try and show you guys close up. So you can see it's in a very simple poly bag, and it's got just a sticker on the front and a sticker on the back. And so let me tell you how I made this on a shoestring budget. And let me tell you with shoestring, okay? Because I didn't have money when I started. I started with $300, and that was a lot for me. And so what I did was I first of all picked a product that was very low cost to produce. It wasn't $8 per unit, it was 20 cents per unit. So that was achievable for me. So I could order, 1,000 or whatever, and it was a good price. And then second, the design. Actually, I found somebody on Fiverr.com. So if you guys don't know about Fiverr.com, I highly recommend it. Fiverr is an amazing place to find designers, to find logos, pretty much anything you want done, you can get done there for relatively inexpensive. Everything used to be $5 about 3 years ago, but now everything has gone up in price. Designers are definitely realizing their value on there. And so things are like, $50 or $75 or $100. Just depends on what you're picking. But for labeling design, you can get someone to do it really professionally. So first of all, you see my little logo here. This was my original logo. It's called Lux Health, little circle. And it was very green because I wanted it to be like health. Because originally my plan for my brand was to be in the health niche because, I'm so healthy and I love health. And so I thought, okay, that's where I was going to go with it. So I'll just show you guys here. So you can see it's a little circle. And so I thought, okay, Lux looks cool with the 2 X's. That was my idea. Lux reminds me of the word luxury. And then that was it. And I was like, Lux is just easy to remember. It's easy to write down. And people, my rule of thumb with picking your brand name, and if you haven't watched my video on that on YouTube, I highly recommend watching it. How to choose a brand name. It's just make it simple. So if somebody was verbally telling you their brand name, you could easily remember it without having to write it down. Or if you're driving by a billboard and you saw an ad that you really liked and you're like, oh, I want to check that out later, then you'll be able to remember the brand name and keep driving without having to write it down. So Lux Health, the logo I got done on Fiverr for like $10. Not a bad deal. And then this packaging I also got done on Fiverr. And so basically what I did was I told them exactly the text that I wanted on the packaging. And, for me, so let me show you. It's actually, now that I look at it, I was like, oh, for someone who's just starting, not bad. It says Cognac Sponge, gentle cleansing sponge for healthy glowing skin. So I say what it is, and I say that it's for healthy glowing skin because that's very attractive for people. If you want healthy glowing skin, then this is the product for you. I also reiterate the benefits of the product. So I says in bulletproof format, so it's very clean and simple, improves skin texture, brighter looking skin, and prevents spots, blackheads, and breakouts. I also have the cruelty-free symbol and the vegan symbol. So any kind of labeling, it's good to have on there. And then I just put like a bunch of leaves and made it pink and green so it's girly and attractive for women. And then on the back, it's very small text because it's a very small product. I just have instructions. I have like a bonus report. So if somebody wants to get a free skin report, they can opt into my mailing list, which is how you build your mailing list. And they get it for free, and it's worth $27. And actually, this skin report, I never wrote it myself because I'm not a dermatologist. I don't have the authority to write something that's going to tell you what to do with your skin. So I actually went online and I bought this report from someone who had written it. So you can do this with books. You can do this with reports, with guides. If you don't have the expertise to come up with something, you can actually buy it off someone. So I bought it off them for like $50, and then I own the rights to it. And now I was able to distribute it and give it to people for free if they want to opt into my mailing list. And then I have the instructions on here. Yeah. So, and then I also have the SKU for Amazon, but it's so small. I don't know how they scanned it. So this was my first product. This helps me make like a few $100s, or I don't even know how much I made at that point. I have such a bad memory, but it made me a fair amount of money, and it helped me instill this belief that, okay, this does work. You know, I followed the steps of the course. I did the training step by step. I didn't do anything else. I just followed the training, and I created a product that now I was able to sell to people. People were buying it and people were enjoying it, and I was making money off it. And so then I started to get hooked, and then I said, okay, this is exciting. And so then I said, okay, I want to start my second product. And my second product was, let me move my legs because they're getting numb. So this is my second product. It's a 3D fiber mascara. I actually taped my business card onto it because what I would do was, for my family and friends, I would give them the mascara for free. And then on my business card on the back, I wrote, a 3D fiber mascara gift for you. I would really appreciate if you could leave a review for me on Amazon.com. And then I have the link, Amazon.com/reviews/the ASIN of this product. And so, you know, I gave this to people at work. I was working at a bank. I gave it to people there for free. And I said, you know, I would just love your review. And that's how I was getting reviews. And that's how everyone should get reviews. Everyone's always like, oh, how do you get reviews? Just give your product to people who are around you, who ask you, oh, I love your eyelashes. They're so big. What do you use? Oh, here you go. You know, it's so easy. And the funny thing is with this product, the name of this product actually came because what happened was I was wearing this product while I was working at the bank. And because I got samples from all the suppliers, and I was wearing the sample that I liked the most every day for like a few weeks before I was deciding for sure which supplier to go with. Because with the ASM training, Amazing Sewing Machine, they teach you that you don't just want to get one sample from one supplier. You want to get samples from different suppliers because you want to make sure that they all are amazing, and you want to find the best supplier. And so I ordered a few different samples from different suppliers, and then the best one, I was just like wearing it every day because it was awesome. And so I was wearing it at the bank, and every other person that approached me said, wow, your eyelashes are so long. And I thought, wow, that's a cool name for a product. And so that's how I came up with Wow Lash. And I actually really liked this logo. I wish I could use it again. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So it's got an eye. So the O is an eye. So it's cool to be creative with things. And you see how it's like shiny? That was extra. So I paid extra to make the print of it a little bit shiny. So with this, I'll show you guys too. So the O is a eye. I don't know if you can see it on Instagram. It's kind of hard to see. So with this product, I was shoestring budget because I didn't have money, working as a server at a job while I was a server at a restaurant. I was working as a server at a restaurant while I was in university. Didn't have much money, but because I launched this product, followed the steps, then I had some extra money because I wasn't paying myself at that point. So with the extra money, I was able to invest more into the packaging of this product. So with this product, I put a little bit more effort and a little bit more money into the packaging. Not much, but you can see here that it's like engraved type of, it's just more premium. It just looks better. I don't know if I want to open this because this is like my last one, and it's a special thing. I'm going to keep this forever and show it to my children one day. So I'm not going to open it, but basically this ended up being my second product, and I really did enjoy this product just because I was using it all the time. But then at one point, I just realized that there is actually a lot of liabilities with creating mascara, and the fact that it was manufactured in China. I had never had any issues with it. None of my customers had any issues with it. So I thought, oh, it's okay. But actually, when I gave it to my best friend, she tried it and she had a severe allergic reaction with her eyes. It turned blood red, and I was so scared. And I felt so bad because it was my product and my best friend. So at that point, I decided, you know what? this could happen to somebody else, a customer, and somebody who's not my friend, and somebody who could sue me. And so I thought, well, at that point I didn't set up a corporation, and I was still sole proprietor, and I just didn't want to have the risk, just like this worrisome feeling on my shoulders. And so then I decided, okay, let me start selling a new product. But actually my last product just kind of came about more naturally, I guess. I wasn't really doing a lot of product research. I actually took like a couple months off Amazon. This was still making sales. I was still like selling out of inventory and everything. But I was just kind of living life. I don't even know what I was doing. But then one day I discovered the waist training from a suggestion. My mom actually was telling me, hey, Tatiana, I was always complaining about my belly fat because I always had a little bit of a pudge on my lower belly. And I know that a lot of people have it, and it's really hard to get rid of. And I, healthy person, work out a lot. I don't understand why I have this pudge. And so my mom actually recommended waist training to me. She used to do it every time she gave birth. She used to wrap her stomach with cloth, not a waist trainer, with regular cotton cloth. And she claims it would help her bounce back. So I did more research, found out that Jessica Alba does it, and all these different people, not just the Kardashians. Kardashians are paid to talk about waist trainers. And I'm pretty sure their bodies are made from surgery. So I discovered the waist training, and I started doing it, and I got good results. And then I said, well, you know what? Now that I know how to private label a product, now that I know the process of creating a product on Amazon, why don't I do this for this product? That's the value of this, guys. That's the value of taking this course, because once you know the concepts, once you understand the blueprint of how to private label a product, how to source it, how to market it and list it, it becomes very simple. And now every time you have a great idea or you come across a great opportunity, it's like, oh, okay, I got to do this, this, and this. And then you just pop it on. So my third product came a lot faster. Things went a lot more smoothly, and it was just a lot easier because it's the third product. So, it was good. So let me show you my third product. Okay. So I want to show you what I did. So with my third product, I had even more money in the bank because I still wasn't paying myself. After the mascara, I wasn't paying myself. I was just earning my money from my job as a server. And so any profits I would reinvest into the business, which I do recommend when you're first starting. And so now I still had more money, but I didn't want to invest too much in packaging. With a new product, I actually don't recommend investing too much money with packaging. So this was the packaging that my supplier sent. So whenever you source a product on Amazon, your supplier is going to have packaging that is basically free for you. It's packaging that they use for everybody. And you have the option of customizing that packaging, but it's going to cost you more money. So I said, you know what? It's a new product. I don't know if it's going to sell well on Amazon. Let me test the market first before I spend all this extra money on packaging and customization. And I definitely recommend doing that as well. Like, there's no reason that you have to spend an extra $3 or $4 or even an extra $1 on packaging if you don't even know that your product's going to be successful yet. So this is how it came. Everybody received it. This is directly from the manufacturer. I never customized anything. It doesn't even have my brand name on it, guys. Like, it doesn't even have my brand name. It does have my brand name on the tags, though. So I did pay for tags. You can see here the tags say Luxe Curves, and they have directions on it and everything. So, I actually sold my waist trainers like this for like a good amount of time before I actually started to create my own packaging. And now this is what my packaging looks like. It's got me on it because why pay for a model when I can do it myself? And it's just, it's more customized, but again, still same type of plastic poly bag. I have the same type of tags. I'm actually gonna probably amplify my packaging now, make it more sexy and appealing, but I haven't really had the time to do that yet. So you don't have to start off with great packaging right away. You don't have to start off with a lot of money. This happened after I started making more sales, after things were becoming more consistent for me, after I started having more money in the bank, basically. And same thing for the actual individual products. So when I first started with the waist trainer, they just sent me waist trainers that were like every other waist trainer. And I was selling them and they were doing all right. But with time, I started getting feedback on Amazon with the reviews, customer reviews. So I would look at all my 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star feedback, and I would really create a spreadsheet of all the different feedbacks. And then I would say, okay, how can I improve my product? And everyone should be doing this on a regular basis. You always want to find ways to improve your product, because that's what's going to help you be successful and actually grow a brand, because people will have word of mouth marketing this way. So I created this spreadsheet, figured out, okay, these are the things that people are complaining about the most frequently. So then I contacted the supplier and I asked, okay, how can I change this? How can we fix this? How can we work together to make this product better so that I can have my customers give them more value for their money? They're going to be happier and I'm going to get more sales. And then as a supplier, you're going to get more sales as well. So the better I do, the better you do. So we worked together and we came to a conclusion, and I was able to, do some edits to the product at a low cost. And every single month, every single time I reordered the product, I would change one thing. And you don't have to do this, but because my product was my product is very customized at this point, but it's customized now after several months of editing things and changing things and taking in people's feedback, the positive things and the negative things. And so now I've been selling for a long time, and to this day, I use my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group called Luxe Curves Waist Training Dolls. We have 6,000 women on there. I asked them, I'm like, what do you hate about the product? What do you love about the products? Just the other day, they recommended putting a pocket, like having a pocket with the waist trainer. I asked my supplier, okay, can we make a pocket? No, we can't. But, most of the time, the things that they request, I can do. And so that's the beauty of developing a relationship with your supplier. It's super beneficial for you. So I want to show you one other edit here. So this is, my products themselves don't have my brand name on them except one product. And this is my waist belt. So it says Luxe Curves here, which is really cool. And this is a custom thing. Whenever you imprint your brand name on something, it's customized. And yes, you're going to have to pay a little bit more, but sometimes it's worth it. And I think for this particular product, it's worth it because when people take a picture, the Luxe Curves is going to show. It's just, you do want to have a good perceived value, and you want to make people feel good. Now, look at this one versus this one. So this would be like, this is actually another brand, but very similar products. Mine's better quality, but very similar products. But you can see how they don't have any kind of logo on here. So for them, this would be the product. They would actually get this directly from the manufacturer as is, without any customization. So they're still selling technically the same product, but their product hasn't been customized. So it's going to be less expensive than my product, which has been customized. And so if you're, new and you're just starting to sell these waist belts, then you don't have to customize anything. Just get the cheaper version, which is directly from the supplier. So different things like that. There's always ways to save money. There's always ways to be frugal about this. And trust me, when it comes to designs and Photoshop and taking pictures, like I did it all myself in the beginning. I used to take my pictures. I would have one piece of white paper here, put my product in front of the white paper, take a picture with my iPhone, and that would be my photo shoot. And then I would send that to a person on Fiverr and get them to 3D render the product, and actually made it look like a professional photo. So there's always ways to do things. You just got to get crafty. And, but you know what? The more money, the better. I'm not going to deny that. Who can deny that? The more money that you can invest in this business, the better your products are going to be, the more successful you'll be, and the faster you'll be able to grow. So there's two ways to go about it. But obviously, if you are someone who does have more money and you're blessed to be in that position, then good for you. That's an advantage that a lot of people don't have. Same thing with if you're someone who's already got followers on social media. I never had any followers when I first started. I definitely didn't have any followers, but I grew my social media. But for those who already have, followers on Instagram, I was just talking to this woman on Instagram. She's got around 15,000 followers and she's interested in starting this business. I was like, girl, you got an advantage. The fact that you already have followers, that's a huge advantage and you should use it. And same thing with YouTube or any other kind of platform. So if you're someone who's already an influencer, and say you're already a fitness influencer, Well, you definitely have to make a fitness product. So if you've already got 50,000 followers on Instagram because you do workout videos every single day, well, then you should create some sort of fitness product that would complement your existing pages and would be beneficial to your existing followers. So you can market the product to them, such as like maybe a workout band, or maybe it's like these sliding discs, or maybe, something small, but a fitness product. It just makes sense. So realize what kind of opportunities, realize what makes you unique, basically. Everyone has the X factor. You just got to figure out what yours is. And, I was also talking to this other guy via email that I did. He actually signed up for ASM 6 months ago. And I actually used to work with him at Cactus Club, which is really cool. The job that I hated. I always complain about hating the job. I didn't really hate it. I just hated the blood and the blisters and the pain, the back pain that I had at the end of the night. So yeah, I probably did hate it. But anyways, he used to work there and he's such a nice guy, like a very happy person. And he was inspired to start this ASM business, and he did. And so he hasn't had enough time to really work on a lot of things, but he's still going, and he's in the fitness niche. And so he's actually doing a product that he's also passionate about, something that he likes, and something that sells well. So, you don't have to be passionate about the products that you pick, but it sure does help if you are. It's a bonus in my opinion. Okay, let's move on to questions. I'm trying to think. I think there was one more thing I wanted to say. Okay, I'm going to start with questions on YouTube, and then we'll move on to Instagram. Okay, going to the top. Awesome, Krista Goodwin just bought the course. Congrats, Krista. You're going to enjoy it, and I'm excited to work with you. I think it'll be fun. Life of Sherry says, is it Zaffle or whatever that brand is? It wasn't Zaffle, and Zaffle's a legitimate company. I have a lot of bathing suits from them. They actually did a collaboration with them once, but no, it's not them. I can't remember the name of the company, but unbelievable. And you know what they did? They actually rebranded themselves to get away from all those negative reviews. But it's always going to bite you in the ass. If you're on this to like be a scammer, it's going to bite you in the ass in some way. This is not the business for you. Must be a better word than scammer. I always say scammer, but I don't know what the alternative word is. Okay, we've got some people from Texas, from Beaumont. Awesome. C Blitz signed up for ASM. Good for you. Congrats. From Louisiana. Okay, got a question here. So, once you have your samples and you want to make changes to the product, what is the best way to request those changes and add branding? Do you request another sample afterwards? Yes. So it's actually fairly easy to ask your suppliers for, make requests. In fact, for this, actually, dang, I wish I could show you. Darn. Okay, so one of my products, for example, for the packaging, I actually drew out the packaging that I wanted. I drew it on a paper and I said, this is exactly how I want it to look. And I sent it to a designer and they brought it to life. And so sometimes we're like, well, how am I supposed to convey my idea to someone? Well, why don't you draw it? Make a rough sketch and just draw it and send it to them. And it's very simple. You're going to have to go back and forth a few times with edits, but that's the best way to do it in my opinion. But that's not answering your question. So to answer your question, you basically just tell your supplier, hey, I would like to make this small edit to the product, and you describe it in detail, be as clear as possible, and then just say, can you do it? And then they'll say, okay, let me check. I have to get back to you because they're probably going to talk to a bunch of people. They come back to you. They say, we can do it, or we could do it, but we would have to do it this way. And then you kind of work together until you come up with a great solution, figure out how much it is. And I mean, usually they're not going to, for me, if they tell me this is the price to make the edit, I'm like, okay, that's the price. I don't really negotiate beyond that point because I mean, at least not now with the relationship I have with my supplier. I know that they want me to succeed as much as I want me to succeed. So it's good to definitely build a good relationship from the beginning. So very simple. After you make the edits, they're going to create a sample for you and then ship that to your house. Then you check out the sample. If all is good, then you can just place an order and have the products look like that forever. Okay, Coach Sophia, yes, you're finally with me live. Awesome. I know I made this around after work. I'm usually live while people are at work. Okay. Yeah, Tony Torres says that it looks like something you could get at Sephora. You know what the funny thing is? So you know when you go to Sephora and while you're waiting in line, you've got all these little products. I was looking at, okay, how can I get my product into Sephora? And I never actually looked into it further, but they actually have tons of cognac sponges at Sephora that look just like this, and they're selling them for $30, which is insane considering it costs 20 cents to make. But yeah, I mean, if you can get into retail, that's awesome. Okay. So Krista says, which ASM class were you in? I was in ASM 4. So right now it's ASM 9. So I mean, it's not like I've been doing it for 6 years because sometimes they release an ASM twice a year or whatever. So yeah, I was ASM 4. I'm drinking some green tea because I'm going to be up until 12 today. So Kada says, I'm 19 and I want to start on Amazon FBA, but I'm super tight with money. Would you recommend that I start trying with Amazon Kindle publishing instead of just with an inexpensive product? Okay, so Amazon Kindle publishing is awesome. It's good to get started, especially if you've never had an online business before, because it is going to teach you about, you know, using Amazon platform. It's going to teach you just different things about like marketing. It's going to give you a better understanding, but it's totally different than a physical products business. So, you know, Kindle publishing, I do like it because it's a smaller investment and you make the money much quicker. With Amazon FBA, it's a larger investment and it takes more time to make the money. So it's kind of a longer process. The thing with Kindle is that I almost feel like there's a cap at how much you can actually grow. It's not true. It's probably a limiting belief, but I feel like, you know, with books, there's only, you know, how many books can you sell to make, you know, millions of dollars? With Amazon FBA selling products, it's much easier to scale your business. And I also feel like a physical products business is much more sustainable because a Kindle business, it's online books. A physical products business, you can build a whole brand around it. Again, take your brand off Amazon eventually, have it on your website, and just diversify yourself a lot more. But, you know, as someone who's on a tight budget, I think Kindle could be a great place to start just to make some money and then save that money so that you can later invest it into the Amazon business when you're ready. Yeah, because if you're going to start the Amazon FBA business and you really don't have money, then it's not a good idea to start it because let me be honest, it's going to take $1,000 to get started, and that doesn't include the cost of the course. So minimum $1,000 for your inventory or shipping. And then you have to think about, okay, the first inventory I have, I'm probably not going to make money on it. I'm going to have to reinvest the profits. I'm going to have to do giveaways. I'm going to have to pay for marketing. So you do need to have some savings that you can invest. So yeah, I think Kindle's a good place to start then. But also, you know, I was 19 when I started. I think I was 19 or 20 and I didn't have money. And I mean, I did start with a cheap product, but you can split the cost of a course with somebody. So if you want to share login credentials with your boyfriend or your husband or whomever, that's a good option as well. No, my site's not on Shopify, it's on WordPress. Okay, so hi Tatiana, I just wanted to thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. No problem. I have a blog with which I'm revamping, and you have given me so many ideas on how to make money as a stay-at-home mom. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm honestly, it's blogging can actually be very lucrative now. I never thought a blogger could make money until I met Stefan, and there's just a lot of different ways, especially affiliate marketing, which I talk heavily about. And I have a video on affiliate marketing. And for you guys who are watching on Instagram, if you haven't been to my LuxBiz channel and you're looking to get started on creating an online business, but maybe the Amazon business, maybe the physical products business isn't for you, there's so many different methods. Amazon FBA is just one of those routes. So figure out what resonates with you, what suits your lifestyle, what suits your budget, and then fly with that. WordPress is free, yes. If you get a website, you can get WordPress for free. You can get a free theme, or you can pay for a theme, and then you just have to pay for your hosting every month. Which Jungle Scout app is the best value for what you get versus what you need for the best possible research? So the Jungle Scout, the number one thing, if you were to pick one thing, I would suggest getting the web browser or the Chrome extension. The Chrome extension is, I'm not even sure how much it is, but if you want $10 off, you can go to junglescout.com/luxbiz10 and you're going to get $10 off. And so this is actually an example of affiliate marketing, which I just talked about. I am an affiliate for Jungle Scout, which means that if you click on that link, you're going to get a discount, but I'm also going to get a commission, which is a win-win for both of us. So that's an example of affiliate marketing. And anything I promote, guys, like anything that I'm affiliated with, I'm affiliated with it for a reason. It's because I use it and I recommend it all the time. If I didn't recommend it all the time, then I wouldn't be an affiliate for it. So Jungle Scout, Chrome extension, 100% everybody needs that for product research because it's going to fast track the entire experience. Product research takes a long time, so this is going to help you just fast track it. And it's also going to give you data that you just can't see without the engineering that they have. They have special ways to calculate things that you wouldn't be able to figure out. And so it really helps. And it helps you see how much the products are selling. It shows you how well they're doing, the average price. It shows you how much competition there is. It's very, very efficient. So definitely get that. But the web browser is really good too. It's hard to say. Definitely the Chrome. How do you drive traffic to your website? And do you know how to do ads or Google Ads, PPC? So on Amazon, you drive traffic to your listing. You can drive it externally or internally. So internally would mean that you're using Amazon ads, which is PPC ads, pay-per-click ads, and those are really effective. But you also want to drive traffic externally to your Amazon listing because Amazon likes that. Amazon likes it when people come from Instagram, when people come from YouTube, when people come from Google, and now they're going to Amazon because for Amazon, that means that people are going to buy things. So they're actually going to reward your listing if you can do that. So that's definitely, those are the two ways to do it for Amazon. Now for your website, you have to drive traffic. You can drive organic traffic and paid traffic. So paid traffic would be advertising on Google, advertising on Facebook, advertising on YouTube, banners and stuff. I don't even know, maybe there's a banner. I don't think I have ads on this channel, but yeah, so that's an option as well. And you don't have to know how to do this stuff ahead of time, guys. You really don't have to know anything ahead of time. You learn it all in the Amazing Selling Machine course. The ad stuff, that's not a component of the course. You do have, they teach you how to create a basic ad, but if you want to really get an amazing ad and have something go viral and all that, you have to do this research on your own. So with this business, you're continuously learning. And I think that is a life thing. Everyone should be continuously learning throughout their lives, every day seeking new information, every day reading books and finding out what the latest way to market your products are, finding out what the newest information is, because that's how businesses grow. If you don't grow, you die. And because of the way technology is, things evolve so quickly. And if you're not evolving, then your business is going to be left behind. So definitely using advertising is really smart. You just got to learn how to do a lot of that yourself. It's not that hard. I figured it out, and I was scared of it. Okay, so when creating an Amazon account, do they take money straight away or after making sales? So Amazon has a $39.99 fee monthly, and that's regardless of you making sales. So whether you make sales or whether you don't make sales, that's the membership fee. It's like a gym membership. So whether you go to the gym or you don't, you're going to pay the fee. But you don't have to actually get the professional selling plan, which is the $39.99, until you actually have products at the Amazon warehouse. So when you just start the Amazing Selling Machine course, you can just get the personal selling plan, which is free. You can get started with that, set up all your listings, and then eventually upgrade to the professional plan. Avila says, I'm terrified. It's a huge purchase I just made. How can I calm down? Avila, just remember, you need to have a strong belief. And really, this applies to everyone. If you're going to make this purchase, if you're going to dive into this business, you have to have the right mindset the whole way through. And you have to have a strong belief. And I know it doesn't happen naturally, but you have to get references. What creates a strong belief is the references you have in your life. So maybe that is watching YouTube videos of success stories. Like I have a ton of videos now on YouTube, just like success stories of people, because I know that helps with my belief and it helps with other people's beliefs. Also meeting people. So if you can actually physically meet people in your area that are doing this business, that's going to help you believe that, okay, this is real. This is happening. This is good. Or if you can't find anybody locally, join a mastermind on Facebook or join a mastermind. I mean, the ASM actually has their own community, so you can find people on there as well. So just surround yourself with people who are on the same journey as you so you don't feel alone. It's only when you feel alone that you really doubt yourself. When you feel alone that you feel intimidated, you feel fearful. So just remember that this is a community. And yes, it may be online. Maybe you have to communicate with people online via Skype. It's not in person, but that's kind of the online world. That's how things are now. And, personally for me, I don't have anybody locally that I hang out with on a daily basis, or family members that understand this business or that I can share ideas with, except for my boyfriend. So it can be challenging to find people to reinforce those positive beliefs, but it is a must. And whenever things are must, there's always a way. So just find them, do the research, join the ASM community. If you join through me, join my private Facebook group. And yeah, just know it's okay. It's okay. Awesome. Ava just purchased it. Congratulations. And you know what? Most of all, just remember that, what is expensive now, $4,000 for you now. I remember $4,000 for me is like, oh my God, that was like, that's a lot of money. But once your business starts taking off, $4,000 isn't so much, It's I don't want to sound like privileged or anything, but once you start making more money, what seemed like a significant amount seems less significant once you're kind of making more money. I don't know how to say this, but once your business starts growing, you're going to realize that, okay, not only did I pay off the course with the money I made through my business, but now I have just so much more abundance with my life. It was totally worth it. Now, if I were to, take everything away, if my whole business were to be gone and ASM said, okay, join the course, you're going to make, $50,000 a month in sales, and it's going to cost you $10,000 to join the course, I would definitely join, because it adds up. The numbers add up. You just have to work hard. That's all there is to it. The training is there. My bonuses are there for support. All it takes is a hard worker. And with people who joined ASM through me last year, I asked them, like, for the ones who didn't do anything with their business, I was like, well, what's wrong? Was the ASM training not good? Or was my bonuses not good? Was my coaching not good? But they're like, no, it's just, I didn't have either the time, I didn't have good time management, or it was because they didn't have the proper belief. And so they know it's a mindset thing. It's more psychological than it is technical. So once you get the mindset right, if you really work on your self-development and you stay positive, then everything just is much easier. And yeah, for sure. The people who succeed are usually the ones who have a positive mindset. And you'll see this very consistent with all the interviews I have on my YouTube channel of the people who are making good amount of money. They always say it's because of their mindset. Okay, so I'm just going to answer some questions on Instagram because I haven't been on there for a bit. Wow, 44 minutes, guys. How does this happen to me? I always talk so much. I'm sorry. I'm a talker. I'm really not, though. I'm a very quiet person. I'm usually the one listening, but I guess that's why I'm on stream. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, gosh. Sorry, guys. I forgot this isn't actually stable. Okay. So Don Mobin says, hey, amazing is really high, 3997. Damn, I honestly think with how much knowledge you have, you should create your own course. You'll have way better success and I'd be the first to buy it. Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment, but you know what? There's no reason for me to create my own course because honestly, what ASM has created, they put in so much time and so much money into the course, into the community, into everything that I could never compete with them, never. And even if I created a cheaper course that's not as good, it just like, it doesn't feel I feel like, no, I want to promote what is the best. I like to promote the best, and that's the best. And I know that I can't create something better, so there's no point in trying because I don't want to put in the effort to do everything that they've done. I don't want to put in the finances to create what they've done. Like everything is very top-notch quality, professional, and they've got $1 million mentors who have taken these mentors that ASM hires to help their community. These are people who actually took the course, the original ASM courses. They built up multi-million-dollar businesses, and they're so fond of the Amazing Sewing Machine course because it changed their lives that they have actually joined the amazing team, and now they work for the amazing team as mentors. So to actually get to that point, it requires a whole team. I don't have that. I'm one girl. I can't do all that. And yeah, it's just such an amazing course. There's no reason for me to create something else. And plus, everything that I learned that, it seems like, oh, I'm so knowledgeable. Well, you can be too if you take the course. The course really does teach you step by step. Anything else that I talk about that might seem knowledgeable, well, it's because, like I said, I'm always trying to learn new things, and everyone should. It's good to read books. It's good to listen to podcasts. It's good to keep your mind alert. And I think that's part of the business. And I think that's part of it's not necessarily part of the business, but I think it definitely helps. Okay. Can we sell clothes or makeup? So clothing, you can sell either of those. The thing is, there are certain categories that are recommended more than others as a new seller. So clothing and makeup, I personally would not recommend to you. And there are many reasons for that. I can share that with you. Okay, I'll share with you now. Clothing, first of all, there's just so many different styles. And to actually find out, which style would sell best on Amazon would require a lot of data. And how are you supposed to get that data if that style doesn't already exist? So if you're trying to sell this sweater, and this is a sweater you created, it hasn't been sold before, and you love this sweater because it's so unique, and you want to sell it on Amazon, but how do you know that it's going to sell well? You kind of just have to go on a limb and hope it does. What we do with private labeling products is we find products that already are selling well. So we know for sure that they're doing well. Something's going right with them. People are liking them. They've got positive reviews. And we have the data to support this. So we know that they've been selling well consistently over the last year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And so it gives you more of a sense of confidence when you launch the product, because now maybe you launch a product, it's the exact same thing as what you see is already selling well, but you've created your little edge on it. You've added bonuses, you've tweaked it a little bit, you improve it in some way. And so you just launch it and it's just kind of a better version of what already exists. And so it just tends to sell well, because also when you're creating a clothing line, what is your keyword? You always want to make sure that you have a keyword, because if you don't have one keyword, how are people going to know to search for you? So for example, the other day I was doing an interview with Rachel David. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram story. She's got her own YouTube channel, which is cool. And she was saying, Tatiana, I would love to sell clip-on earrings. And she wears clip-on earrings all the time because she, I guess, can't have the copper or whatever of the normal earrings. And she said, what do you think about that, honestly? And I was like, it's not a good idea. And not as a first-time seller. And the reason for that is because how is she supposed to figure out the exact style for her first product? Because your clip-on earring has to have a style. It's got to have colors and design. How is she supposed to figure out what design the market is going to like on Amazon specifically? So even if the product is selling amazing in Walmart or selling really well in, Costco, that's a completely different story than Amazon. When you do research, you need to do research on Amazon. Just like when you're doing research for keywords, you don't use Google to search your keywords. You use Amazon to search your keywords and get analytics that way. So I was like, it's like there's 1,000,001 products that you can pick that are awesome and that would work really well for this type of business. Why go with something that would just be very complicating for you and would have more potential to fail? So why do that to yourself, So I definitely discourage, when you're first starting to sell on Amazon, discourage clothing, because there's so many different sizing variations too, and you're going to get a lot of returns. Same thing with my waist trainers. I don't recommend anyone to start with waist trainers. It's a bad product to start with because you get a lot of returns, because people don't look at the size chart, or maybe the size chart isn't right, and so it doesn't fit them. And with anything with style, anything with a specific style, if it hasn't been done before on Amazon, just don't do it. And with makeup, there's just too many liabilities. So anything on your skin, first of all, this is something, something that a lot of people don't know on Amazon. If you're doing something that is topical, don't do it. Please don't do it. Amazon has a new rule with anything topical where it's gated, which means that you have to get approval from Amazon to sell a topical product. And they also have a $3,000 fee. So not only do you have to provide all of the supporting documents to allow you to become ungated in that area, which usually people provide documents and for some reason Amazon doesn't accept them. But then you also have to pay a $3,000 fee just to sell in that category. So this is all included in my bonuses. My bonuses for ASM are everything that I think that you would need that ASM doesn't provide, because there's information that you're not going to think of. Like, would you have really thought that a topical product would be dangerous for you? Probably not. Not only, regardless of the liabilities, there's also this whole gating business. And a lot of people don't know about the gated categories on Amazon when they're first starting. And the beauty category itself isn't gated, but there are subcategories that are gated. So it can be very dangerous. And that's why you need to have the step-by-step training. Because if you're trying to do everything yourself, it can be scary because you can lose money fast. So that's included. Like, I have documents. If you go to luxhealth.com/ASM bonuses, you'll see that one of the bonuses is how to sell in the beauty and supplement category and how to get ungated. So someone's asking, how did you tell your parents and friends when you started earning more money than them? It's not really something that you have to tell people. It's not something that you have to brag about. And, even personally, I never wanted to announce on Instagram or on YouTube how much money I make, because I was always taught, money is a personal thing. You don't talk about it in public. And it wasn't until Stefan released that video that got 3.5 million views, where it's like, oh, she makes $40,000 a month on Amazon, that everyone started to know. So it just became kind of common knowledge for me, but it's not something that I talk about or brag about in front of my family or friends. I think that that's actually disrespectful to do that because, it's, not everyone is in the same situation as me, and maybe they can't create that. And so all I can do is if somebody asks me, how did you do it? Then I share. But I don't go to people and I don't say, I'm doing this and it's making me this much money. You should do it too. I don't do that to people. If people want to ask me, sure. If you guys want to join the live stream, sure. But I'm not going to come up to you and tell you about how much money I'm making. So someone asked, is it doable without ASM? So I've answered this many times before, and definitely, a lot of people start their online business, just kind of their Amazon business specifically, just gathering information here and there. So they'll watch YouTube videos like my LuxBiz channel and other channels. There's many great channels out there about Amazon. They'll watch videos like that, and then they'll also Google things and gather information here and there. And it seems like it's working. Like you think that you're on track. The thing with that is that there's a lot of pieces of information that you're missing, and you don't know that you're missing it. So what happens is you're like, oh yeah, things are going really well, and I'm learning this and that. And then you launch your product, but then all of a sudden something happens. Something always seems to happen. Like, how did that happen? But if you had taken a course, you would have, it would have been a lot smoother, and you would have understood, like, it would have never happened because a course is step by step, and the course brings up things that you wouldn't have had the conscious thought to think about. So what I'm trying to say is that, for example, with the topical thing, if you didn't consciously know to go to Google and say, is topicals on Amazon a gated subcategory? Well, how would you have known that, right? It would be very hard for you to think of something like that yourself if you never sold on Amazon before. And then it would cost you so much money in the future, and probably you would, give up. And with the course, they give you PDFs, they give you the video training, and it's all taught. So it's all there for you. You just have to pay attention when you're watching the training, but everything is there. So you're not going to miss any key pieces of information. And every piece of information is important when it comes to Amazon. Like, you're going to be taking a lot of notes because everything's important because everything is the real deal. This isn't a small business. This isn't a small investment. This is a real business. And so you have to take it seriously. You have to think of it like as if you were opening up a store. That's how serious this is. Yeah, I think that answers your question. Okay. So Exasvera username says, how did you start as a beginner, not knowing or having any idea what you're doing? How can I get started? So I don't know when you joined the stream, but basically I was sharing everything that, I started with a course, and I have said this like a million times on my channel. It's a course that I took, and that's why I promote it now, because people always ask me how I got started, and I got started with a course. And if you ask me, okay, do you think you could have done it without a course? No way. There's no way I could have done it without ASM, because there's way too many things that I know would have happened to me that I wouldn't have seen coming, and it would have lost me a lot of money, and I would have felt very discouraged from that. So yeah, get started with the course. If you want to learn more, there's only a few hours left to get this course. This course is available for a limited time. It's only available until 11:59 PST tonight. So, and my bonuses, actually, I had 4 spots available left for my bonuses. So I'm not sure. I think I still have more. Let me just check. Because I'm only accepting 40 people for my bonuses because it's personal coaching. So when I do personal coaching, it takes a lot of my time. So I do have spots left. So if you want to sign up and get my bonuses, you have until 11:59 p.m. PST or until I completed the 40 spots. And you can click the link in my Instagram bio to check that out. Yeah, so the link for the course is in my bio. So Black Lion says that I bought the ASM 9/8 last month with no one's link. Can I give you the commission fee to get the bonuses and coaching? Yeah, so if you did buy the course at another point in time, you can still, and you haven't signed up with an affiliate, or even if you did sign up with an affiliate but you want to switch to me to get my bonuses, you can email I think it's support. Let me just check. Yeah, you can email partner@amazing.com. So if you email partner@amazing.com and you just say, hey, I signed up for ASM and I want to be signed up under Tatiana Bure, then they can do that. And then what you do is you email me your receipt. So email info@luxbiz.com. That's my email. Email me a receipt and then I can hook you up with the bonuses. Okay. Any other questions here? I'm going to wrap up the stream. We're already at an hour. Actually, yeah. So Tina asked, do you make more sales through your website or Amazon? So I do, right now I make more sales on my website because I actually took myself off Amazon for a good period of time and I started just selling on my website. But now I'm actually back on Amazon, so I haven't really started to rank my product yet, but I'm in the process of starting to rank it and get it back up to where it was. So when I took my product off Amazon, it was doing around $50,000 a month. And so now it's doing around, I think it's around 20,000 a month, but I just started to list it. Like I just listed the product earlier this year and I haven't done anything to rank it. So I'm going to start like doing more ads and doing more to rank it. And then I want to get it back up to the $50,000 a month or more. And I'm also now started to sell in Amazon Canada. I'm going to start to sell in Australia, which is a new marketplace, very profitable. If you are in Australia, amazing opportunity there. Or even if you're not in Australia, it's a great place because there's no competition because it's a brand new marketplace. And then also the UK is super lucrative as well. So are you going to have meetups? Also, do your bonuses start tomorrow? My bonuses start whenever you get the course. So whenever you get the course, all you have to do is email me your receipt, info@luxbiz.com. And then what I'll do is as soon as I can, I'll email you back and I'll add you to my ASM 9 students bonuses or students list on my email thing. And then you'll get all of the information about my bonuses and you can just use them whenever. And then, are you going to do meetups? So I'm not sure if I'll do a meetup or not. It's not part of my bonuses. If I'm at SellerCon later this year or next year, whenever they have it, I may do a meetup there. I'm just not sure yet. I'm just trying to see if there's any questions that can benefit everyone right now, just because I want to wrap up the stream. So the other one I was streaming this on Instagram, so that's what I was reading. My Instagram is Tatiana Bure if you want to check that out. Okay, so I think that's it. If there's one more question that is regarding ASM. So Nathaniel asks, on average, how long does it take to turn around a profit for return on investment? Such a hard question to answer. But I would say that, the thing is with your first inventory, if you really want to rank yourself high fast, then you're going to want to reinvest all your profits. So you're going to make profits. I mean, with the first inventory, you might not make profits, but you're going to make profits within the first 2 months for sure. But it's good to reinvest that money because that's what's going to help you scale faster. And you want to scale faster so that you can be competitive with the top sellers, especially as a new product. So that's why I don't recommend quitting your job, being like, YOLO, I'm going to quit my job, because that's not smart, because you're going to need that income from your job. You're going to need that income to support you and your family, and also to support your business, because you're going to still need to invest money into the marketing. So when you make profits fast, but you can choose whether or not you pay yourself those profits. So if you are fine with scaling slower, then you can pay yourself straight away. But if you actually want to grow the business faster, then it's good to reinvest the money into the business for maybe the first 6 months. So if you can afford to wait 6 months, I guarantee that your business is going to grow much faster this way. But you can always pull out profits whenever. All right, guys, so that wraps up this stream. Hopefully it was helpful for you. I will keep the stream on YouTube, I think, for future reference. And just so you guys know, the course is available until 11:59 p.m. PST, and I've got 4 spots left for my bonuses. So if you're serious about this business, now this is what I said in my email. So if you guys are serious about this business, then take the course. If you want to do this business as a hobby, then don't bother spending $4,000 on a course. I understand $4,000 is a lot of money. So if you're just wanting to do this kind of like on the side, you don't care too much about how much you make because it's not necessary. This is kind of just something you want to try out for fun. You're going to dabble in it. You're not going to be consistent with how many hours you're going to put into it. Then don't spend the money on a course. But if you know that you're going to be serious about this, that you're going to be consistent with how many hours you put into it, that you can work on it maybe 1 hour a day, that you aren't going to give up as soon as there's a challenge, that you're going to not only learn from the training that the course provides, but you're going to seek external education, and you're going to also work on your mindset, because that's so important. Then, okay, get the course. Then this is right, because this is for people who are serious about the business. That's why it's not cheap. It's not cheap, but it's going to help you so much. And yeah, so if you want to take advantage of it, go for it. You know what's best for you. I don't know you personally. It really does depend. I was just on the phone with someone on Instagram, and she asked me, Tatiana, in your honest opinion, do you think that I should get this course? And I was like, girl, I don't know what to tell you. Like, honestly, I don't know you. I don't know your personality. I don't know your mindset. I don't know your belief system nor your values. How am I supposed to give you honest opinion on that? I don't know anything about you. And what it comes down to between those who are successful and those who aren't are all those things. And strongly, it depends on your belief system and your mindset. So if you have a positive mindset and you're willing to work on yourself, then this is awesome for you. And, I told her, all I can tell you is that I 100% believe in the training that the course provides. I 100% can stand by the training that it provides. And I know that this is the best course out there. So with integrity, I can tell you that the course is amazing. You're going to have all the tools you need. You're going to get coaching by me, and it's going to help you. It's really all you need to get started and to grow an Amazon business. But the most important part is you. And without knowing you, I can't give you my honest feedback on that. So you know you best, so figure out what works for you. some bonuses. I'm live on that chat. It's not a bot, it's me. Have a good night.